Hello and welcome to another video from healthhireuk.com. Today we're going to talk through the whole process of applying for jobs in the NHS from beginning to end. We're going to talk about finding for jobs, assessing the jobs, writing the application for the jobs, and submitting the application. The process is a very easy process. However, many people get confused. Many people make mistakes and many people are rejected from the jobs that they are applying for. To start with, you simply make a profile. We've already made a quick profile. You just simply put your email address, your personal details, and make a password. All that means is that it's easier to save jobs, to follow up on applications, and to save applications and continue at a time when it's more suitable for yourself. To start with, come onto the official website, which is jobs.nhs.uk. This is the official website for NHS jobs. We're then going to go into the search feature. So you search for jobs according to job title. You can also look for jobs in certain areas. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for any job. So we're going to look at healthcare assistant. Of course, any job that you're looking for, put the title in there. You can simply put any location or you can put a location. We're going to put Wakefield, but you can put any location. It's not a problem. And we've got a job that's come up here. So now, the first thing before applying for this job, we need to make sure we meet the criteria for this job. So what we're looking for is, of course, the closing date. Have we got enough time to submit this application? From the time I'm recording this video, there's 10 days left to submit this application, so there's enough time. The next thing I'm looking at is the salary. Am I happy with that salary? That's fine. Looking at the location of the job, and I'm looking at the trust where the job is. So that's all fine. We're going to look at the job description, and then right at the bottom there's a section on person specification. So do you meet these person specifications? You have essential and you've got the desirable. So you must meet all of the essential criteria. If you do not meet the essential criteria, you need to really look at what you can do to ensure you meet the criteria before applying for the job. So for this, in this case, they're looking for a care certificate, and they're looking for some good qualifications in numeracy and literacy, some basic qualifications, but good qualifications. And they're also looking for experience of working in a health and social care setting. They're also looking for initiative and risks and knowledge of risks, knowledge of IT, good time management skills. So that's the sort of thing they're looking for. So you need to make sure you meet all of these criteria. Have a look through these. Ask yourself, do I meet these criteria, and can I evidence that I meet these criteria? Next, if you require sponsorship, you need to check that there's this section at the end. This job does have this sponsorship available, so it's telling us applications from job seekers who require skilled worker sponsorship are available and welcome and will be considered alongside all other applications. So if you need sponsorship and you apply for this job and you are successful for this job, this hospital will offer you sponsorship. And that's pretty much everything you need to do to assess the job. That's just further details of the exact address. So another thing you can do is look, maybe if you're looking at the cost of living. Generally in the north of England things are cheaper, but you can put the postcode into a website like rightmove.co.uk or Zoopla or Spare Room and look at the rental prices, look at the cost of living in terms of housing costs and things like that. So you can copy this postal code and you can paste it into any of these websites. So that's assessing the job. Now we're going to start the application. Once we're happy we meet these criteria, we're going to start application. So once you've done one application, the benefit of making a profile on the NHS is once you've made one application, your information like the contact information, your qualifications, your training, your job history, your diversity information, that can be saved to your profile. So what that means is that when you're applying for jobs going forward, you don't need to add all this information in. So we're going to continue here. So it's telling me duplicate application. I think that's because I've just started it. So we're just going to continue application from there. I've not done anything, but it's saying all not started. So once you click continue, start application, there's 10 sections to complete for this particular job advert. But like I say, once you've added certain parts in, it will save it to your profile. So contact details, that's not going to change job to job. Right to work, qualifications, training, job history, and all these criteria. So before you can send your application, you must complete all of these sections. So there's 10 sections today for this job. So we're going to start with the first one. How you'd like to be contacted. So of course I prefer email, so we're going to click email, and that's the first section completed. Right to work in the UK. So if you are a British citizen, you click yes, otherwise you click no. If you're an EU citizen, and then you put your immigration status. So if you've got the British passport, you click yes on the first one. If you've got a European passport, click yes on the second one. If you're not in any of these categories, we're gonna look through these categories, and we're gonna have a look at which one suits us. So you might be on a graduate route. If you've just studied in the UK, then you can click graduate. If you're already working in a care home, you can put health and care worker. If you are a student, then put the student route. If you're on a skilled worker visa or a dependent visa, put that down. If you have indefinite leave to remain in the UK, put that down. I'm just going to click anything here, and we're just going to continue, okay? And that is done. So that's your right to work. Qualifications, again, have you got any qualifications? Of course, we're going to put yes. So you start with your most recent and go to the earliest qualification. So all you do is, and you start with the highest level of education. So I'm just going to put a degree, for example, here, or we'll put a secondary school certificate, and that's what we're going to do. We're just going to put one qualification. Of course, each person can add more qualifications in. So we're going to put mathematics, for example. Place of study in London. School of Mathematics. Result was a B grade, and it was a was it a GCSE? Was it a level 2 qualification? Was it a school leavers qualification? Just put the relevant type of qualification here. So we're going to put secondary school certificate. So we can put it as a GCSE, General Certificate of Secondary Education. And then you start and end date. So let's put we started in 01 2015 and we ended in 02 2016. So obviously just put your right dates in here. You can add other qualifications. Otherwise, once you're happy with all your qualifications, you click save and continue. So we're going to put no. Once you've added all your qualifications in, you click no and you click save and continue. Save and continue there, and that's done. Training. So have you completed any training that might be relevant for these jobs? This is relating to any courses that you've done, any skills-based courses inside of work, outside of work. So we're going to put yes. And they just want the details of the course, and that's all you need to do. So course title, we can put life support. Training provider, we can put, I don't know, knowledge academy, and year completed 2017. Save and continue. So any training courses you put in here, once you're happy with all the training courses, you click I don't want to add any more, and save and continue, and save and continue. So that section is done. Job history. So are you currently in a job, or have you had one in the past? So yes. And all we're going to do is, again, same details. So what we're going to do is we put the job title here. You start with the most recent jobs. Like with anything on a NHS profile, you start with the most recent and work to the oldest. So we're going to put care worker. Employer is Green Care Home. Key tasks. Now, the best way to look at the key tasks for the role is to look for job adverts for the job that you're currently doing, or the job that you're filling in here, and look at what the responsibilities are, and put the responsibilities that you were responsible for into this section. So we could put looking after elderly patients, administering medications, and helping with meal times. Anything else that you've done for the job, put it in. Start date and end date. So if it's your current job, then leave this finish month and year blank. So leave that blank. So we're going to say this is our most recent job. So we're going to put 01 2020 we started, and finish date is current. We're still working here. So If you want to add another job, you click yes, otherwise we add no, and we save and continue. And that's our section done. So we've already done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway through. Now, this is the most important section, the supporting information. So this is looking at the how you meet the essential and desirable skills, basically. Okay, so the supporting information is to show you, I'm going to put some information here so you've got it on the screen as well, to show that you are the best qualified person for this job. So it's to show you have the skills and experience and you are the best candidate for this role. So the way to structure a supporting information, don't write it in NHS jobs. Open up number one, open up Microsoft Word. Now look at the essential and desirable skills which we saw on the first page, right? What we're going to do now is write examples for each one and how you meet these essential and desirable skills. Now, once you've done that, on that same Word document, look at the NHS values and how you meet them. And again, give examples. You can find this on the NHS website. Now look at the trust values and how you meet them. And now look at why you want to work for the trust. So in a moment, I'm going to go over where you can find all this information, okay? So essential and desirable skills, like we said, it's on the first page. NHS values and how you meet them. That's of course on the NHS values. You can find that on Google on the NHS website. Trust values. Trust is the hospital that you're working for. Look at the values of that hospital. Put it in Google. Look at the About Us section and look at the values and how you meet them. They'll be slightly different to NHS values. They'll be similar. Why you want to work for the trust? Again, look at the About Us section on the trust values page. Look at why, things that they've got going, any new facilities, any awards they've won, and why you want to work for them. And then we're going to write a quick introduction and conclusion. So that's writing the supporting information, now structuring. So once you've written all these information in Word, now how do you structure the supporting information? First of all, you start off with the introduction and then you move on to NHS values and then you copy the section on essential and desirable skills and how you meet them. Once you've done that, talk about the trust values and why you want to work there. So, trust values and you wish to work. And then you put your conclusion and then you do spell check and copy and paste back into the NHS website. So that's literally all you need to do, basically, with the supporting information. Most people struggle with this, and if your applications are getting rejected, you need to have a better supporting information. And that's where healthhireuk.com comes in. Our experts can write the supporting information for you. Our experts have been doing it for over 10 years. They know exactly what you need to write and what you need to include to ensure you can guarantee your interview. What our experts do at healthhireuk.com is they will write your supporting information, they will write your CV, they will write your cover letter. They will guide you step by step to finding and applying for jobs in the NHS, and they will give you a list of NHS interview questions and answers. All this normally costs £140. However, currently with the code NHS50, you have a 50% discount. So it's currently down to £70 with the code NHS50. So that's for the CV, for the cover letter, for the supporting information, the step-by-step guide for applying to the NHS, and the list of interview questions and answers. So we give you a tremendous amount of value to boost your job journey. Sometimes when you're applying for the supporting information like they've done here, you write it in one go and then they will simply get you to split it. So they want you to copy and paste the specific parts into specific sections, which is fine. So we'll give you the whole bulk written supporting information, and then you can simply copy and paste into the relevant section here, and that's quite easy to do. So sometimes they want it as one supporting information, other times they want you to do it as separate supporting informations almost. So literally they're still looking at the one supporting information, they just want you to copy and paste into the relevant sections, and that's all you need to do. Now, once you've done this section shouldn't take you longer than 15 to 20 minutes, especially if you use a service like healthhireuk.com. So once you've gone through this section, what you now need to do is you then save and continue, and then you continue with your application. So that's the driving qualifications they're wanting, and then they're wanting a few more bits of information, and then you can submit your application. So they're asking, do you have access to a vehicle which can be used for work purposes? So you just simply click yes, and you can continue. If you don't have access to a vehicle, that's fine as well. They're just wanting to know for this job application. Now, the next part is, do you have a valid UK driving license? If you do, click yes. If you don't, click no. And that's literally all this is. Do you have any driving endorsements or any convictions? You're clicking no, hopefully. And that's all they're wanting in terms of driving information. Now, once that's done, I'm going to go into convictions and cautions. So they're wanting to know that, have you got anything else you might want to tell your employer? So basically this is a criminal record check. So do you have any convictions? So we're going to click no. And that's literally it. So you click save and continue. And now that is 8 out of 10 sections completed. Before we can submit our application, we need to do the final 2. Guaranteed interview scheme. So if you've got any disabilities, you can click yes or you can click no. You've got the full details there. If you've been in the army, in the British Army, sometimes they offer you an interview to help promote people coming out from the British Army, helping them move back into the normal day-to-day civilian life. But of course, if you're not a member, you just click no, and then you click save and continue, and that's done. And then you move on to the equality and diversity. So again, they're going to be asking you questions on all of these things, but you can also always prefer not to say. It's simply just to collect statistics on the type of people that are applying for jobs. So you can click prefer not to say. It's going to ask about your gender. It's going to ask further questions in terms of marital status. So you don't have to answer, but you can answer if you're currently pregnant or not. It's literally for statistical purposes only. It will not be used by the employer to identify you in the recruitment process. Again, you don't have to click yes to anything or no to anything. You can click prefer not to say. It's literally just for the NHS to collect statistics on the type of people that are applying for the jobs. Again, they're looking at the ages, the profile of the people that are applying for jobs. Again, with ethnicity, you can prefer not to say, and that's not an issue at all. Again, religion, you can put your religion down, or you can prefer not to say. And then you click save and continue, and now that's all the section completed. So what you can do is, before sending the application off, you agree to the above declaration, and then you send application. Press this button and you'll get an email directly into your inbox confirming that your application has been received, and you should hear back after the closing date. So at healthhireuk.com, we've been doing this for over 10 years. We've helped people find and apply for jobs in the NHS and health sector in the UK. If you are interested in using our service, what we offer is a full service, from writing your CV and your cover letter, writing your supporting information, from guiding you step by step to finding the jobs in the NHS to applying for the jobs. We give you ongoing support with an unlimited number of applications. If you have been invited to interview, we'll give you further help with your interview. We can help you with the interview questions and answers as a standard. we will give you a copy of the booklet with NHS interview questions and answers. We can also give you further help if needed. All this usually costs £140. If you are interested in our service, all you do is visit our website, healthhireuk.com. On this website, you can click yes, write my application for me, and you'll be taken to a checkout page. Before we go to the checkout page, we'll give you a bit more information about the service. So we've got a lot of testimonials on our website. These are people who we've helped to find a job and support during the job search. How our service works: once you've made payment, you fill in a form with your details and the type of job you're looking for. Our experts with over 10 years of experience will write all your documents within a period of 7 days. You will receive everything over email: expert written CV and cover letter, the NHS and private sector supporting information, a step-by-step guide to finding and applying for jobs, and a list of common NHS interview questions and answers. So that's everything that you receive. Our packages currently have 50% off using the code NHS50. We recommend you could look at the different type of packages, look at what works for yourself. We've got the starter package and the premium package, which is the best value package. Everything included here is written down, but our starter package is normally £140. Currently with the 50% discount, it's down to £70. So when you come into paying, it will show £140. All you do is add promotion code NHS50, price goes down to £70, and then you can simply pay with any credit or debit card, and that's it. You'll receive an email and all the next steps will be sent to you over email. Thanks for watching, guys. Another video with healthhireuk.com. If you would like more videos on different topics, simply comment below. Otherwise, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Share our videos with anyone who's searching for jobs, and please like our videos. It really does help us, and hopefully we can see you again soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.